Hello, everyone. Welcome to Conversations with Attorney JV. Conversations is your insider look into the beautiful world of pageantry. I'm your host, Attorney JV, and I'm your pageantry insider and Aces and Queens Q&A mentor. Tonight, guys, marami nagtatanong sa inyo bakit nauna si Attorney Nat Bronce, hindi pa kompleto ang BBP Girls. Well, tanungin natin sa kanya mamaya why she wasn't here last week. But I'm really excited to bring to you the beautiful woman from the amazing city of Cagayan De Oro. Let's ask her the tough questions. Of course, this will not be a conversations with Attorney JV without the difficult Q&A. Let's also get personal with her. Let's ask her what her advocacies are and who she is as a person. And finally, let's ask her, why is she your next Binibining Pilipinas International? And here we are, the beautiful candidate from Cagayan De Oro, Miss Samis Oriental. And the Miss Cagayan De Oro 2019, Cindy Obeñita. Hello, Cinds!
Hi, Attorney! Hi to everyone listening, joining us tonight. Of course, it's really a pleasure to be joining you. And thank you, Attorney. This is a long overdue live, but I'm very happy that you were still able to do it. And I really hope that everyone is doing safe at the comforts of their home. So I'm very excited to do this.
I know, I'm so excited also. Buti wala nga nagalit from CDO. Bakit hindi pa nag-guest si Cindy Obeñita sa conversations? I'm like, hindi ko po kasalanan, guys. Hindi ko po kasalanan. Dapat po si Cindy talaga last week.
Yes! For everyone's information. I went back home here in CDO April 16 ata, and then Attorney JV invited me a week before that. He asked me if I can do guestings for conversations with him. And then, ayun, medyo nagka-attitude ako like, charot.
No, hindi naman. I mean, obviously you needed to fly and our friends completely understand that. So since, are you ready to answer the tough questions? So we will be asking questions. You know this already, diba? Yung format of our show is like a beauty pageant. So we'll start with your opening statement, and then we'll go to the term challenge. Then we'll go to, obviously, hindi siya magiging conversations with Attorney JV without Q&A. And then finally, we'll have the final look and the final word. But in between, let's ask our audience to ask us the questions. So okay lang ha, we'll ask them to give us questions. Okay. All right. So guys, for those of you watching, please continue sharing our live stream for tonight so that our friends from CDO and in Cindy's fans from all over the world can watch us tonight. All right. So since, let's go straight to our first part of our competition, the opening statement. So since, the floor is yours.
Good evening once again, everyone. I'm Gabi sa Tanan Kagay-an I am Cinderella Faye Obeñita from the city of Golden Princess, Cagayan De Oro, and the gateway to Northern Mindanao, Miss Samis Oriental. Yes, you might be wondering about my name. My mother named me after a fairy tale, after a Princess Cinderella. And just like her, I also had a dream. But, my dream wasn't made into reality by some sort of magic, but by sheer passion, perseverance, and faith that has fully emboldened me to pursue Binibining Pilipinas and to pursue some other endeavors that are really worth pursuing. And right now, I am the Tourism Operations Officer of Miss Oriental. And also, on the sidelines, I wear many hats as event host, print and prank model, brand endorser, and founder of Crown CBO. This is a cervical cancer prevention and awareness circle wherein we elevate conversations on health and well-being. And yeah, I'm very excited to be joining you tonight. I really wish that this night would be purposeful and that we will all be exchanging great ideas and insights.
Love it. Gusto ko yon. Sobrang kompleto, comprehensive. Parang ang daming mga nasabi na hindi ko na kailangang itanong. But I heard so many good things about that opening statement, since so many interesting things. And one of the reasons why I'm truly drawn to you is because of this advocacy for healthcare. You know this. I will not be disclosing that, but healthcare is very close to my heart. Also, you know the reason for that, right? So, I love that. I'll ask you more about that later. Okay. All right.
Yes.
So we have a lot of people watching already. Have a lot of comments.
Wow.
Kanina pa daw tayo.
Also.
Kanina pa daw tayo hinihintay ni Alyssa Lorraine. Alyssa, thank you so much. We also have May Ludi Hurolan. Go Chin!
Yay, thank you everyone.
We also have Michelle Ann Constantino. Hi! And we have G. Zin. I'm a fan talaga, Attorney JB and Cindy. Oh, thank you so much. Hope you like our conversation tonight. Ooh, and this one. Lorraine says, so pretty, Ate Cindy. I agree.
Hi, Lorraine.
All right. Thank you for that comment, guys. Guys, just continue commenting down below. We'll read your comments. If you have any questions for Cindy, write them on the comment section and we will ask Cindy to answer them as much as we can. Obviously, depends on our time. But since, thank you for that. And now, we'll go to our second challenge already, okay? And our challenge is... Hindi pa pala siya next challenge, sorry. This picture, Sins. Tell us about this picture. Ang cute mo dito.
Attorney. That photo alone proves that even at the age of 2, I was already a fan of off-shoulder. So you can see now. Segue, you may want to visit my online shop at Basic CGY on Instagram.
At Basic? Repeat that.
At Basic CGY.
Sige, wait. Lalagay ko.
What's
what's that? At Basic?
Basic. CGY.
Basics with an S?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, tell us about this picture, Sins.
Yes, attorney. So my mother told me that it was taken around 1998, 99. I don't know. Basta 2 or 3 years old ako that time. I was invited to the flower girl of my tita's wedding. And I really can't remember the exact details on what I did during that day, but I'm sure I enjoyed it. I enjoyed scattering flower petals all over the floor for sure. Yeah, so
Tell us about your scenes.
Invited again for a wedding. Not as a flower girl, of course.
As the bride.
Bridesmaid. No, hindi pa. May binibini pa.
No, but since as a child, what was your most memorable experience growing up?
My most memorable experience would have to be growing up with my cousin's attorney because we stayed sa ancestral house. And right now, still, we live there. It is a compound. So, talagang I grew up with a lot of cousins, with a lot of relatives. So, spending these holidays with them. It's really great. It's really amazing.
Yeah. Nag-echo daw ang voice ni Ate Cindy. Bakit kaya? Okay.
Yes, attorney. Nag-echo
Nag-echo
also.
ba? I'm so sorry. Sige. Maybe it's because of my speaker. So I'll put on my headphones on so that para walang echo si Sids. Ayan. Can you hear me, ah?
Yes, attorney. Kaya natin to, guys.
Pero may ano.
There's still, oo.
Pero may echo.
Wait, let me check. Hello, everyone. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Yes, there's still
Okay.
an echo.
Meron pa rin? O ngayon wala na?
Hello, attorney. Good
Yan, meron.
afternoon. Wala na.
Hello. Okay, perfect. So sorry, guys. I'm alone. I don't have a team working with me, so technical difficulties are always a problem with conversations. But thanks, Sins, for that. Thanks for letting us into your heart. Okay, so second picture na tayo, okay? Your next picture is...
Wow.
So, Sins, you've been competing in Binibining Pilipinas for
For
more than a
a
year. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people have asked you this already, but how has that 1 year been for you?
It is what it is, attorney. We can't really change the fact that it is delayed because of the pandemic. But right now, all we can do is really just enjoy the journey. Think of positive things that you can still do while the pageant isn't staged yet. We can still work on our Q&A, our bodies, our advocacies. Think of it as an opportunity to prepare.
Agree. And, I've already interviewed your Aces sisters for Miss Universe for Binibining Pilipinas. and everyone is still very upbeat about it.
Yes!
Diba? And I love it na parang ako nga, what I'm always watching out for with you girls is I don't want you to be burned out. I don't want you to, think of this as a burden. But rather, I hope that you still are enjoying the journey. And from what I know so far, that's why I keep on asking you how you guys are. Very upbeat pa rin. How do you keep upbeat? How do you keep motivating yourself after all of that?
I am motivated maybe because of the fact that I am surrounded by a very strong and solid support system. My family, my partner, my workmates, my team, you guys from Aces and Queens, and my sisters as well. Those are the people that really keep me motivated, in game, and focused. So we will all get through this, guys.
Love that attitude. Thank you for that, Sins. Thank you for that. Okay. And our last picture is this. So, kanina, I told you I was gonna ask you about your advocacies. Wala akong makita nung pictures mo with cervical cancer, so I saw this one on your Instagram. But I'm interested. Where is this coming from, Sins? Where is this love and advocacy for cervical cancer and healthcare in general coming from?
Yeah, so that photo, attorney, was taken in 2016. It is a Save Sexy HIV and AIDS awareness campaign here in Cagayan De Oro. And that was graced by Catarina Rodriguez, our Miss Intercontinental. That was the first time I saw her, and I was really impressed because she knows her core, she knows her purpose. She is doing a lot of purposeful activities, just like that kind of advocacy. And I really am so honored that I am now working with different organizations partners here in Cagayan de Oro because of our organization, Crown CDO. It is a cervical prevention and awareness circle, and it is founded by me and some other friends, like-minded individuals. So we're very happy that we are elevating conversations on health and well-being. And not only that, attorney, it is a very personal advocacy because I lost 3 very important people due to this preventable disease, this curable disease. And with that being said, we at Crown CDO, we would want for people to be aware of their status. We want for them to know that there is a cure once you get tested with cervical cancer, and it's really not the end of the world. You may feel that the world may turn its back on you, but no, there are a lot of organizations, non-government and government organizations, private sectors, individual who would be very, very happy to help you and assist you in your healthcare needs.
My gosh, since I'm getting I literally, I don't know if you can see it, but I got goosebumps with that. Alam mo, that cervical cancer is very close to my heart also. And you're absolutely right. The screening is available at all barangay centers. Diba? The VIA screening is available. So wag po kayong matatakot. Yung mga nanonood po ng mga babae dyan, cervical cancer, especially if caught at the earlier stages, is curable. It can be cured. But the important thing is to get tested regularly. Libre naman po to go to the barangay health centers.
Exactly. And I think that's half of the battle, attorney. It's knowing your status talaga.
I love that. And what people don't know is that early awareness and diagnosis is your best chance of survival. It's not even access to the cure themselves, because the cure will not work unless you get tested early. So guys, get yourself tested, and not just for cervical cancer but all types of cancers. Early awareness and diagnosis is key. I love that.
Yes, attorney, and it doesn't mean that you're living a healthy lifestyle. You're free from this disease, because sometimes it's hereditary, and sometimes it's because of the contraceptives that you're using. I'm not in the position to say all the symptoms or the causes because I'm not in the medical field, but these are just general ideas. No?
Yeah, and there are a lot of information available online on it.
Exactly.
Agree. Love that. Oh my gosh. See, may advocacy pa tayo on conversations with attorney JV. Naging webinar pa. Thanks for that, Sins. Okay, Sins, I think you successfully completed the first challenge on the opening statement and the pictures. It's gonna get a little bit harder now with the term challenge. Okay, so I'm sure you've already seen some of the episodes of your sisters, and even attorney Nad last week. So I have 3 words for you, okay? And no time limit, hindi to Q&A training with attorney JV. This is conversation, so take whatever time you need to explain these words, okay?
Yes.
And sobrang appropriate ng first word natin, because our first word is universal healthcare. All right, go for it.
So universal healthcare, it's very timely. Universal healthcare created a wave of reform in health sector. This law guarantees every Filipino, every citizen, an equitable access to a quality and truly affordable healthcare, free from financial burden, free from financial risk. And as I have mentioned earlier, as an advocate for cervical cancer prevention, I am very supportive of the vision of health for all and all for health.
Nakamute pala ako. I love that. That's also one of my biggest advocacies, universal healthcare. And that's the reason why I gave that term to you, because I know that you'll be able to confidently speak about it, because it's coming not just from expertise, not from a lens of an expert, but from a lens of an advocate. And sometimes it's more important to learn from the heart and touch people's minds and hearts more than anything else, right? And and ako, I truly support universal healthcare. Every single Filipino should be able to get treated in the primary care facilities. And if there's something a little bit more serious, then they should have access to secondary and tertiary facilities as well. Love that. Okay, since before we go on, all right, let's look at some of the comments here. All right, and we have, wait, let me pick. Oh, mag-question muna tayo. Mark Angel Andaya asks, okay, what can you say about online classes being the new normal for the education system? I'll repeat the question. What can you say about, online classes, asynchronous classes, distance learning, basically, as the new
Yeah.
normal for the education system?
With the kind of setup we have now for our education system, I would really like to commend the initiative of the Department of Education in terms of integrating technology in the continuance of schooling. You see, not only the Philippines is experiencing struggles in education, but the entire world, the entire universe, and we're just very much happy that until now, we are still seeing a lot of students very much eager to learn. And yeah, I think that's what we should all be bearing in mind, that we should see to it as an opportunity for us to impart knowledge to these individuals. So we should not see it as a challenge. Also, we should be very empathetic. We should be mindful that not a lot of students have the resources, diba? But I think that the sector is doing its best. Some are doing online, some are having the module. They are delivering modules to the different communities so that we could continue on with our system.
I know, right? It's so difficult as well. I like your hopeful tone for it, since that the it's an opportunity to grow. It's an opportunity
Yeah.
to make education more accessible to people. And it's brought a lot of attention to the need for further infrastructure development. Sana mas maraming mga bata may access to internet, 'di ba? Sana mas
Yeah.
maraming mga bata kahit na hindi makapasok ngayon, because we understand why people cannot go to school. Obviously, health is the number one priority. But at the same time, learning cannot stop. Right? So we need to work hand in hand as a community to make sure that education, which is the greatest enabler, should be accessible to all. Perfect. Okay. Thanks for that question, Mark. That's a really, really timely, good question. All right. Let's go to our next word sense. Okay. And this time, let's go through this word. This one medyo heavy on science. What's your view on artificial intelligence?
Artificial intelligence, attorney. It's very timely because we are all doing it now. Like, for example, the QR codes, diba? And artificial intelligence for me signals the coming of the modern industrial revolution. It may have great machines, may overpower human, but I am very optimistic. I am very positive that this technological breakthrough opportunity will actually bring positive change, will positively reshape the life, the work, and even the future of our planet.
Love that. I love that because, again, since your tone is so hopeful, it's so positive. It's truly consistent with who you are, with your disposition in life. And diba, with a word such as, with a term such as artificial intelligence, which could have turned into a really boring discussion, you were able to put a lively spin to it. I like that, and it's exciting. And Mark Angel Andaya agrees.
I love her too.
Diba? Tapos, Mark Gonzalez also noted that she changed her tone from upbeat to serious in a flash. She's very relatable and accessible. A very important quality of a queen. Accessibility, relatability, right? Love that. Alyssa also says, wow, yun na lang masasabi ko, napakagaling ni ate. Perfect. So guys, if you have more questions, please type it in the chat. Well, kita nyo naman, sobrang prepared na prepared. Sumagot si Cindy Obeñita. Nag-prepare talaga. Alright.
Grabe ka.
So since, let's go to our next word, okay? Let me just remove this. And your next word is ecotourism.
I love that word, attorney. You know that. As a tourism operations officer here in Misamis Oriental, I always see ecotourism as a very promising avenue where our country, where the Philippines can be very, very successful in, especially in line with our COVID-19 recovery efforts. We can create solutions, just like what we're doing here in Misamis Oriental. We can galvanize programs that will address problems brought about by the pandemic in addressing issues or in addressing concerns in terms of our tourism industry. And we should all be working hand in hand also so that we could thrive, we could bounce back, and still prove to everyone that that here in the Philippines, there isn't a shortage of exhilarating experiences, and it's still more fun to be here.
The CDO Tourism Office is so lucky to have you as a spokesperson for them. 'Di ba? Parang gusto ko tuloy lumipad to CDO tomorrow kung may flight.
Why not?
If give me 3 places that you would recommend to a first-timer like me. I've never been to CDO. I've always wanted to go. What would you recommend?
Attorney, when you visit CDO and Miss Or, you get the best of both worlds because Cagayan De Oro is the capital. It is the economic zone here in Mindanao. And Misamis Oriental is more on the tourist spots, the beaches, the waterfalls, the cultural destinations as well. So when you come here for pleasure or for business, really, you can enjoy both. So if I were to tour you around I know that you're an adventure seeker, I will bring you to the whitewater rafting adventure.
I've heard of that.
And the next would have to be the Seven Seas Water Park. It's the biggest water park here in Misamis Oriental. And lastly, would have to be a religious destination naman. I don't know your religious background, attorney, but I'm very aware that you will appreciate. I know in my heart that you will appreciate the scenic view of Divine Mercy Shrine. So those are the spots that I would want for you to visit and have a photo taken.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yes. And I've been dying to go to all of these places where all of you are from, I've never been to Bohol. Pauline, Amelings, if you're watching, hi, Pau Pau. I've always wanted to go to Bohol. I want to go to Cebu. I have been to Cebu, but I haven't been to like Bantayan Island. So, all of our Cebu girls.
But you've visited Mindanao, attorney.
Yes, I've been to Davao.
Okay.
I've been to Davao because I have family in Davao, but I've not been to CDO. I've always wanted to visit.
Capital. So
yes.
You like durian. You love
I
durian.
love marang. I love marang. You know marang?
Oo.
Mas gusto ko yung marang kaysa durian.
Marang pa rin pala yung yung tawag sa Tagalog. I thought kasi Cebuano yan.
I think there is no marang kasi in as in Southern Tagalog. Taga Batanggenyo ako, 'di ba? Parang walang marang sa amin. I've only tried marang in Davao. And I've always been a fan. Mm-mm.
Maybe because of the climate.
Siguro. Hindi ko rin alam actually. Siguro may mga nagtatanim na but it's not common for the Tagalogs to eat marang. Alright.
Usapang tayo at
Pagkain.
Naging talk.
Nagugutom na nga ako. Alright. Oh my gosh, there's a good question from Z. Zin here. Are we okay to answer this?
Yes, yes.
So the G Zin, by the way, fabulous makeup G. What would you say?
Yes! Ang ganda.
Ganda ng makeup, no? To be fair.
Oo.
What would you say to people who do not believe that pageants are a good influence on women? Let's repeat that, huh? What would you say to, to detractors of beauty pageants, saying that, beauty pageants are anti-women, anti-feminist, right? What can you say to them?
Hi, G. First and foremost, yeah, it's really a nice question, G, because we would want for these people to be enlightened that beauty pageants have now evolved. We are now in an era where it's not all about the glitz and the glamours. Pageants have become an avenue where people can empower, where women can be an advocate for something that they believe in. And also, contenders right now in this time of pandemic, we have become beacons of hope. And just by staging a pageant alone in this time of pandemic, we are not just putting smile on someone's faces who might be struggling with mental health, but it is also an avenue where women can partner with a lot of sectors, a lot of organizations for them to continue with their advocacy. So you see, you're not only entertaining people, you're not only shedding light, but also pageants have become purposeful, and it's not really a bad way to spend your time in.
Wala nang nasabi si Attorney JV. Palag and and you know this since it's very uncommon for me to be lost for words. That was good. That was really good. That was really inspirational and really reflects how beauty pageants have evolved. I agree Diba? Parang before, beauty pageants were just a display of women, but we weren't getting to know the women at a deeper level. But now, with all of the interviews, the social media appearances, with the deep questions that are being asked of the girls on stage, we really get to see these amazing, intelligent, opinionated women. And it cannot be anything else than a beautiful thing, right? So
exactly, attorney. And women right now are really not afraid to speak up, even though they are beauty queens, diba? Because there are a lot of stigma that these girls are just pretty faces, but they're really not afraid to speak up. They speak their minds. They have stand on very controversial issues. So
na-preempt na natin one of my questions later, but but absolutely 100% agree. I love how our society is developed to really appreciate the value of women in all aspects of society, politics, business, every
Health.
single health, diba? Healthcare.
Yeah.
Some of our most important doctors are women. My favorite doctor is a woman. I mean, Dr. Esperanza Cabral is one of my favorite doctors. So, yes.
Yes, attorney, and also one of the very few people who discovered the vaccine for COVID-19, diba, is also a woman. So, hands up.
Yes. And remember, even before Dr. Fe del Mundo, diba? Sobrang
Totoo.
women are taking over the world as it should be. Love it. All right. Okay, let's go back to our program. Ito na naman ako, sabi ko palagi, I want the show to be under 1 hour so that, it's not too long. But pag maganda talaga yung conversation, hindi ko mapigilan at ang dami ko pa rin na itatanong. So now, we're going to the Q&A round. Are you ready for this, Miss CDO?
I have no choice.
Oo, wala kang choice. Alright, Sin. So our first question is this, alright? Miss Cagayan De Oro, what is one thing you have done that you would never do again? I'll repeat that, okay? So what is one thing you have done in the past that you would never ever do again?
One thing that I have done that I would never do again would have to be not trusting my capabilities. Attorney, backstory, when I joined Miss Cagayan De Oro, I really had second thoughts because I had a 3-year hiatus from pageantry and I was really afraid to start again. I was really afraid because it seems like I already put an end to my pageant career. Then here I am competing against these beautiful individuals. But then I realized that I have with me a solid support system. I was surrounded by truly amazing bunch of people who helped me realize that to doubt, if you doubt your power, you are giving power to your doubt. And so with that, I am now here in Binibining Pilipinas because I learned from that mistake. And right now, attorney, the only limit is the sky. So there's no turning back. Let's move on, let's move forward, and let's get through this.
Ang dami namang impact statements doon. If you give in to your...
Pero totoo yun, attorney.
Ang ganda nung sinabi mo about doubt. I should have written that down. That was a really powerful statement. Because especially at this time of the pandemic when people are losing their jobs, people cannot go out and not meeting friends, you get in our head sometimes. We let these things affect us to a level when we doubt ourselves, we doubt our reason for existence, and when we give in to that, we already lose. Right? So that's such a powerful statement, since I love that. My gulay. Guys, press 1 if you love that answer. Oh yeah, nauna na pala si Faith Isabel. Sabi ni Faith Isabel, very well spoken. I can feel her heart. I want her to win.
Thank you, Faith. If you doubt. Ayan, nakot na yun.
Ayan, i-screen cap nyo na, guys.
Attorney, may pwedeng mag-apply for technical. Mark, paki-email ng resume.
Oo, guys, kasi mag-isa lang po talaga ako. Mahirap pong mag-edit, mahirap pong magdo ng technical stuff because I'm doing this all alone. I'm doing this for, this naman, Sin, diba? I'm doing this for the girls who, because I want to give them everyone the opportunity to shine and for people to see what I see during trainings. Kasi we don't share that, diba? How we do our trainings. Obviously, it has to be internal to us. But at the same time, you guys need a platform where you can truly show to the people what you're capable of, what your advocacies are, in a platform that's safe, in a platform that focuses on you shining. Diba? So, so excited! Ayan, ang dami nagpa-press 1. Alright. Love that. Alright, so, I have another question here. Okay lang from the audience, since. Alright. What question do you think you can't answer and why? Bakit ka natatawa masyado? Ay, ba't nawala yung question? Sorry.
What do you think? Ayan, yung question mo. That question I can't answer. What question do you think you can't answer and why? I don't really think that there is a question that we can't answer, any of us in general, because I know that we have experienced a lot in life. We can relate, we can share. It doesn't have to be a very informative answer. As long as it comes from your heart, you know what you're talking, you know what you're doing. No answer is right or wrong. That's what Attorney JV has always told us.
Yes. Huwag tayo masyado magbigay ng secrets natin sa training. But ano yan, Sids? That was, I think, that's how I would have answered that question as well. there's no question too hard to answer. There's no question because you can always look for answers. You can always look for solutions. You may not have the answer at that moment when that question is asked, but you can always find an answer. Love that. Ready na si Binibining CDO? All right. Okay, next question. All right. This one. Medyo nasagot mo na to kanina. But I want to ask this again because this is really important for me. You know this, Cindy. You know what my position is on beauty queens and whether they should express their political beliefs. But I want to ask you this question. Do you believe that beauty queens should express their political beliefs in public? Do you believe that beauty queens, whether through their social media, whether through interviews, whether on the pageant stage, should be able to express that political or their political beliefs?
For me, beauty queens should not be restrained from expressing their political beliefs in public because attorney, basically, it is a right. It is a right enjoyed by every citizen as much as every beauty queens. And especially in these uncertain times, we're all facing a global health crisis. We should be able to comfort the afflicted and afflict the comfortable by simply speaking up. You don't know that just by speaking up alone, you are already creating a positive impact. As beauty queens, we know that our words may be soft, but really, our message is overwhelming. And that's why we should never stop speaking up on issues that matter, especially on issues concerning the life of our country.
Yes naman. Ito mga comments sa mga audience. Your sister from Jasmine Umali is watching.
Hi, Jazz!
Hindi pa kayo nag-meet ni Jazz, no? You haven't met yet.
Yes, from Miss World.
Oo.
Hi, I love her, attorney. We had one time, we had a hindi webinar, but a meeting with Papa J, and I was able to join that convo, and Jazz was there, and she was grabe, pretty, skinny, super.
Yeah. Speaking of Papa J, hi Papa J, if you're watching, we miss you. We also have another sister, Anne Demesa is watching. Hi Anne.
I can't wait for the Miss World candidates to be joining you, attorney, our sisters.
Yes.
When is their turn ba?
I'm still determining the right schedule because we don't know when Miss World will be held. So I want it to be a little bit closer to the competition so that we can let the girls shine near the competition. And, you know, we'll be busy with Miss Universe soon. You know, with Rabia soon. Hopefully we can have Rabia. We'll 16th? See. May 16, yeah. May 16. And obviously, your biggest fan tonight, I think, is Mark Angel Andaya. Alyssa is also still here. Hello, Alyssa. Actually, Alyssa has a good question. Let's ask this question from Alyssa. What is your favorite definition of love? So what's your definition of love, Sins?
Favorite definition of love, attorney, would have to be if I am able to share a piece of my time with anyone. I know that I am a very busy person. I have been working full-time as an employee in the tourism industry, not just that, as a beauty queen doing sideline works also. And I can see that if I am able to share a piece of my time, making this someone truly happy, that equals my personal happiness. And that for me is simply love.
Yes. And I love that question from Alyssa because it's so realistic. There's no one definition of love. Every single person can define it whatever they want, however they want to define it. I define love in very simple terms. If I'm able to share myself to them, whether it's my time, whether it's my talents, whether it's my ability to mentor Q&A. That's how I show love.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Alright. Oh yeah, may mga comments pa. G, again, one of your biggest fans for tonight, is also shouting for you and the crowns. 4 crowns, ang dami naman, that Cindy will be winning. I love that. Alright, Cinds. And now we're down to our final question for tonight, okay? But our conversation is not yet gonna end because we're still gonna be asking some questions from the audience. But the last question is this, Cinds, okay? Ayan, ayaw mag-click. Why should you be the next Binibining Pilipinas International? Why should you be the next winner of Binibining Pilipinas?
Attorney, the Japanese has a way of saying the heart prevails over appearance, and they say it as Mimeyori Kokuru. I have been learning Japanese for quite a while now because that's what you do when you're really determined to achieve one of the crowns. And I think that has always been my guiding light in this Binibining Pilipinas journey, that above all the glitz and pageantry, what will make me Binibining Pilipinas International is really the purity of my heart to serve my country by representing it on the international stage the best way I can. With, of course, with the help of the people around me, with the Filipinos rallying behind me.
Oh my gosh. Somebody has learned Japanese.
Japanese! Saying.
Sige nga. Okay. Arigatou gozaimasu. Sumimasen. How do you introduce yourself in Japanese? Dali. Introduce yourself in Japanese.
Hindi pa ako umabot sa part na yan, attorney. Translate ko pa name ko sa Japanese.
Hindi, ganito na lang sabihin mo. Sabihin mo na lang, sabihin mo, sumimasen. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. And then you say, o namae wa Cindy desu.
O namae wa Cindy desu.
My name is Cindy. Okay, wait. Ikaw lang mag-isa sa screen and then you say, yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Sige, yoroshiku onegai shimasu. O namae wa Cindy desu.
Onegai shimasu. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Tama! Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Hanggang dun lang.
Okay, sige. Akala ko online training na rin for Miss International to.
Attorney, dapat may session tayong ganyan. Foreign language.
Oo nga, diba? Gamitin natin yung fact na nag-aral ako sa Japan ng 2 taon. So, ano
Ay,
tayo?
talaga?
Hindi ko ba nakwento sa'yo yan?
Hindi.
I studied I took my master's in the University of
Tokyo.
Tokyo.
Okay. So you should visit Japan for the Olympics.
Bawal. Only locals can now go to the Olympics.
Okay.
But I will definitely be there for Miss International.
Ay, totoo.
Sayang naman yung visa ko. May visa pa ako.
Perfect.
Alright, oh my gosh, the Barbistas are here pala. Alken says, Cinderellas and Barbistas.
Ay, so sweet. Mga Barbie ni Pat.
Yes.
Ang ganda ng Barbistas.
Ang ganda ng Barbistas, no? To be fair to them. Uy, may magandang question si Mark Gonzalez. Let's ask this question. Mark Gonzalez asks, if you can describe your personality through a Filipino dish, what would that dish be and why?
Wow, ang ganda. Mark, I don't know if you've heard about sinuglao. Attorney, you and Mark, have you heard about it, sinuglao? So sinuglao is like a mixture of raw fish and grilled pork, garnished by, some rich spices. So if I were to compare my personality, it would have to be siniglao because I am a woman that is a mixture of good values, enriched by my life experiences, which are the spices, of course. So, ayun, I am a sinuglao. I
I
would
love
be a
that.
young sinuglao.
I love that. Ako, if I were a Filipino dish, I would be halo-halo.
Halo-halo, oo. Ang sweet mo, attorney.
Number one, I'm sweet. And number
Mm-mm.
two, I love so many things in my life, diba? Working, debating, public speaking, coaching. Now I'm doing a vlog as well on YouTube apparently. So I'm a halo-halo.
Jack of all trades ka ngayon, attorney.
That's true. That's true. All right, let's look at other comments here. Yeah, again, Alyssa says so galing. Okay. And then Faith Isabel says, "Yas, girl."
Yeah, girl.
Mart Cesar Gonzalvo says, "Hello, Attorney JV, and hi to Miss Cinderella. So beautiful. Go ate, laban mo ah. Lagi po ako nanonood ng live." Ay, mag-comment ka palagi, Mart. That helps my
Thank you,
channel, so go ahead. Wag kang mahiya. Ayun. There's another good question here since. Ang gaganda ng mga question ni Mark Angel Andaya ha. Nag-prepare. What is the most significant change you've seen in the international, yes, in the world? Have you seen in the international stage, in the international arena over the last 10 years?
In the last 10 years, I would have to say that the most significant change is that as peoples of the world, we are now, I think, realizing our commonality, attorney, and that is to preserve humanity. We've been doing efforts, people have been voicing out. We have been standing for a lot of causes already, and I think that's one of the great things because there are these people who are already against racial justice. They are for equality, and you see they're amplifying their voices, and that's one thing, the most significant change that we're seeing in the past.
Love
In
it.
over.
Itatanong ko nga sana sa'yo, what do you think is that most significant movement that you've seen? And sinagot mo na. But, but no, I'd give you the opportunity. What's that most significant movement?
For me, attorney, it's still the All Lives Matter movement. It's not just limited to Black people or white people or some other races. We are now in a world where no matter the gender, the cultural background, your educational attainment is, even your status in life, truly all lives matter. And if there is this one person who is experiencing unjust treatment, we know that the very problem lies in us, lies in the humanity. And right now, we are very much happy because we've been championing racial justice, we've been championing equality, and I hope that this could continue on for so many.
I love that. Black Lives Matter. Absolutely. Asian lives matter. All
lives matter.
Agree. But ang caution ko lang since is 'di ba kasi when you say all lives kasi in the US parang it's the parang they talk about it in contradistinction to Black Lives Matter. But what we're saying is that every single life matters. And when people are shouting for Black Lives Matter, they're only highlighting the oppression that they felt for years, for not just years, for centuries, starting with slavery. So, we should support especially our minorities, those who are being attacked on a daily basis, especially, our Black brothers and sisters in the US, our Asian brothers and sisters in the US also because of Asian hate, right? So, agree. I love that. Good job. Okay, I think we have time for one more question from Alyssa naman. Parang nakadami na si Alyssa tsaka si ha. If you have a chance to talk to an inspirational woman, Well, I think
Oh,
whether alive or dead, who would that
mhm.
inspirational woman be?
It would have to be the Chancellor of Germany, Attorney Angela Merkel, when she ran for politics in year 2015, I guess. There was a question over a woman would be able to govern a country, but she has proven it that despite the fact that politics in Germany is dominated by men, she has proven that she is competent, she is dedicated, she has the skill to govern a country. And right now, they have been very amazing in their efforts for COVID-19. And still, Germany is the largest economy in Europe. So the success of Angela Merkel in leadership is really unquestionable. So I would really want to talk with her.
I know. Oo. Actually, Angela Merkel's
Diba?
probably the strongest woman leader. I mean, not to diminish other women leaders like Jacinda Ardern, diba? I mean, there are so many amazing women leaders out there, but I think Angela Merkel has set an amazing tone for all women that you can be a powerful person regardless of what your biology is. It doesn't matter. Love that. Ooh, may comment si Randall. Syempre, pat on the back. Diba? Talino ng mga aces, queens, girls. Grabe Q&A training nila. Hindi nyo lang alam, mas mahirap ang Q&A training kaysa sa
Sa Q&A mismo on the pageant night. Totoo.
kasi diba since we always say that we're not just training the girls for the pageant, we're training the girls for life. Because the pageant is only a 1-year journey. After you pass on the crown, that's done. But what you do with your life, whether or not you win the crown, is what's more important for us. Diba?
Couldn't agree more.
Alright. Ito pa. Last na comment.
I-add to friend ko tong si G.
Add to friend mo daw, G. Fa-follow ka daw ni Sins. Alright. So since we've come to the last part of our show for tonight, I'm still having so much fun, but this is our opportunity for our final word and our final look and final word. Okay, so I'll put you on the spotlight, and then pose lang so I can take a picture, and then your final word to all of your fans who've been watching us and those who will still be watching on YouTube, because we'll be putting this up on YouTube. So since, here we go.
Hi everyone! Hi once again, this is Cindy Obeñita, and I'm really, really thankful for all your overwhelming support. And I'm just really happy to be hearing from you, messaging me on the different platforms, expressing your support. I am really, really overwhelmed. And I know that we're all experiencing a global health crisis, yet you are still there, expressing your support to me. It really warms my heart, you know that. And I promise you all that I will be doing my best to make you all proud, to represent the city and the province well in the Binibining Pilipinas stage and hopefully in the international community. So, thank you talaga. Maraming salamat. Daghan kaayong salamat sa suporta Cagayan De Oro ug Miss Oriental. And I want you to know also that this pandemic is just a challenge for all of us, to test our solidarity, to test our faith, and even our commitment. And nothing, is stronger than all these things that I have mentioned, because we have with us the perseverance, we have with us the skills, and of course, we have with us the knowledge to continue observing our protocols so that together we can rise from this. And this will definitely end soon. These challenges, this uncertainty that we are all dealing with, this will all end soon. And we can all rise from this stronger, better, together.
Alam mo ang kulang lang since, arigato gozaimasu. Grabe. you're such a, since I've always said this, you're a very powerful speaker. Perhaps the most powerful speaker among all of the girls. That's really your advantage. You can really get the audience towards you. You can rally people with your words and with your presence. And when people actually see you live on that stage, I'm so excited for them to finally see what we see, whenever we have trainings. That power, that conviction, that eye contact, that ability to draw the audience towards your position is your strength. And you will definitely shine on that Binibining Pilipinas stage with those strengths. So,
Thank you, attorney. Thank you for helping me discover this.
and ang dami pa nating comments, guys. But, I just wanted to say, oh my gosh. Wait, I want to say hi. Alexa of Crown Philippines. Hi, Alexa. Thank you for watching.
Hi, Alex. We have live guesting on May 22. Nakapag-plug.
Go lang, yeah. Crown Philippines. They also interviewed me and Ian 2 weeks ago. So that live is I think on their YouTube channel. This Sunday, I believe. This Sunday, I believe they'll have Pat and Hannah.
And Hannah.
This Sunday. And so you will be on
May 22.
May 22.
Yeah, with, I think, Mindanaoan girls.
With Mindanaoan girls. Hi, Alexa! Guys, full support for Crown Philippines. Follow them on their YouTube channel and their Facebook and Instagram pages as well. So, Sind, mag-plug ka, anything that you need to plug, your social media, plug Cagayan De Oro, go for it.
Yay! So thank you, attorney, once again for having me. I know how busy you are, and I'm still very, very much thankful that you've invited me here for Conversations with Attorney JV. It's really informative. It's a productive night. And yes, please do follow me on social media. I have Facebook, I have Instagram. I don't have Twitter. And also please follow Crown CDO. It's on Facebook lang. It's not on Instagram. So please follow Crown CDO. If you have family or friends with you here in Cagayan de Oro, you may want to update them with our page for them to get to know our schedule for free. That's free cervical cancer screening, breast and cervical cancer screening every second week of the month. So
I love that. Yeah. And guys, these treatments are usually free or available. Huwag kayong matatakot. It's best to know your status, as Cindy has said, and there are a lot of treatments available that are accessible for you. So wag po kayong matatakot magpa-test at merong tutulong magpagamot. All right, Sin, thank you so much. I'll see you on Monday in training, okay?
Yes, attorney.
All right. Thank you so much, Sin. Bye-bye.
Thank you, attorney. Bye, everyone.
Yes. So, guys, there you have it. We had an amazing conversation with one of the girls who will really shine on the Binibining Pilipinas stage. As you can see, she's even preparing her Japanese language abilities for a possible stint at the Miss International crown in Tokyo, Japan. That's how prepared she is, and that's how committed and dedicated the girl, the Binibini from CDO is. So guys, if you like this video, you want to see more content here, I've now come up with What's My Score. We already had the video on Catriona Gray's performance, Pia's performance. On Wednesday next week, we'll have the one on Samantha Bernardo. So here, my thoughts, my comments on Samantha's performance in Miss Grand International. If you want to see more of that content here, please hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, that notification bell, so that you'll be informed every time we have new content here. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'm enjoying these conversations. I'm enjoying doing this for you. And this channel is all for you, those pageantry fans out there. So again, guys, thank you so much. Arigatou gozaimasu.